Hey, Gary here with you, day 86 AI blogging. Today we're going to jump right back into Semrush. We're going to take a look at these 9 issues with duplicate title tags. These are actually other than the www and the universeunriddled.com, the 2 home pages, which is the blog role, are all the same. These are category pages. So for example, if you were to look at phases of the moon, this is the phases of the moon category page. If you were to open up the page source, you'll see the description here, the content description or the meta description. Universe Unriddled is your gateway to the cosmos. Dive into our comprehensive guides and blog posts to expand your knowledge about the universe. The next one, this would be the Big Bang Theory category page. You can also see we have some other issue here that I need to address with Groove support because I'm going to have to address this category page issue. If you look here at the source for this page, it's the exact same meta description. So that takes us over to GrooveBlog. And again, here you can see one of the images is not working. So what I'll do is make one big support video for Groove to get all this hammered out to see what they can do for us. But if you go under categories, this is what I had done previously. I don't know if I did it for all of them though. Under edit, you can edit the category, the name, the slug, and you can provide a description. But if you go to phases of the moon, I know I set this one. Well, I put phases of the moon as a description. Now, I don't know if that is supposed to be the meta description. It would make sense. That way you could update the meta description for each category. But if you go back to settings and you go under OG and meta settings, you'll see that Universe Unriddled is our gateway to the cosmos, is the meta description that you put. And I assumed that that would be for what is considered the main page or the home page, which would be, you know, the blog role or the blog post page that you set like when you do inside of WordPress. And of course, mentioning WordPress, this is an easy fix because if you were to just look on Google and actually let the Google AI search engine, Search Labs, what is it? SGE, Search Labs provides you a generative AI response. There are a number of WordPress plugins that can be used to set meta descriptions for categories. Yoast SEO, the SEO framework, all-in-one SEO. Most of these people have seen, tested, and tried, and there's tons of documentation on all of these, and they work, and that would easily be the fix for me to go in and set the meta description for each one of these categories. Again, back in GrooveBlog under categories, they do have this option under edit to set the description. And let's see here under Astronomy Basics. I'm pretty sure we looked at Astronomy Basics, but if we didn't, let's take a look. It's not in here. Actually, Astronomy Basics is not one of the ones in here. So it looks like maybe it did set it, but Phases of the Moon is in here. Or no, Astronomy Basics is right here. So if you were to open up Astronomy Basics and then open up the view source, if you don't know what I'm doing here, I'm viewing source inside of Chrome for this page. And you can see here, it is the same. It's not the one that I set here. Inside of GrooveBlog under Actions Edit, because this was the default, providing educational resources and easy to understand explanations of essential astronomy concepts and terms. Actually, it's not the default. It's one that I created and put in there about astronomy terms and astronomy concepts. So this description is what I would assume that the meta description would be for that category. But you can see that that is not working based upon the audit that we did inside of Semrush. Like I said, I'll get that to Groove support. Need to follow up with them anyway on a couple other little things that need to be fixed. But again, like I said, last time I put in a support ticket with Groove about GrooveBlog, they were doing updates. So it kind of got backburnered until they did that update. Then some of the things got fixed, some of the things didn't get fixed. So that's part of working with a platform that you don't have quote unquote control over, like you do with WordPress, where you can add and remove plugins because you own the hosting, you own the WordPress installation. Just a little thing, it wouldn't matter, no matter if you were using Wix or Squarespace or some other type of blogging platform like Groove provides with GrooveBlog. Let's get back to the post that we have. We've been working on these posts that we categoried or that we got from RankIQ. Here are our content briefs inside of RankIQ under our reports. Here you can view the archived reports, and I've been archiving these as I've created them. And you can see here on our handy dandy post tracker, our blog post tracker, these are the 4 keywords that I've done. So what we'll do is we'll move on to the next keyword here under show recent, and this is how many suns are in the universe. We'll copy that. And of course we have our report right here that we're going to be using. Once that loads up, you can see the keyword phrase again, how many suns are in the universe. Then we have our content analysis, the topics that Google likes to see in post. We'll be using all of these. and we'll be feeding that information into Koala. And of course, we're using KoalaWriter. So here it says choose a project. This is something new. Choose or create a project, no projects added. Not sure what that is. Of course, this is new. Just got our credits back, so I haven't used this in about 2 or 3 weeks. But they have something here. This is optional, so we'll just ignore that for now. We'll go with ChatGPT. We'll create a blog post for the target keyword, how many suns are in the universe. Here we have our SEO optimization. This is where we can do it with the default setting, manual or AI powered. We're going to go ahead and do manual, and we're going to add the related keywords, entities, and topics that we get here from the content analysis for topics, Google, likes, and posts. So we will take those and we will simply just paste all of those in. So we have those keywords. Here we have tone of voice, and you know that we ran into the issue where it kept saying the same word over and over and over again, whether we did SEO optimized or actually when we did casual or humorous or friendly. We're just going to go with SEO optimized content here. We're going to pick the language English. We're going to go with the country United States. Third person, use real-time search results. Here you have some options. Use outline editor, include the FAQ section. I've covered all this before. Here is the advanced option for the custom outline, also extra title prompt. In this case, we'll go to our response manager and we'll use our Nickelodeon style prompt, and we'll say using a Nickelodeon style, and we will grab that. Actually, that's not the one we want. I want to go back and I want to grab the one about the blog post sections. We'll grab that and add this in here. This is where we write, or I tell it, like when I do in ChatGPT, to please go deep into the subject. So for each section that I write manually, that I tell ChatGPT to write section by section, I use this prompt to tell it to go deep into the subject as if you were teaching a 12th grade high school class. You've seen this before, but I just wanted to make sure that you see that, and I put that in the wrong spot. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut that and we'll add that into the extra section prompt. We'll also include these key takeaways section. I really like that. And with that, we've turned on everything basically, and we have set GPT-4. So we'll go ahead and we will create the outline. And Koala is going to sit here and spend for a while. It's going to create the outline, and then we're going to have that reference point, and we can look at it. We can adjust it if we want to, if we need to, if we think we should, based upon the idea that we have for the outcome of this blog post. But lots of times, Koala and ChatGPT nail it, so we just go with whatever it gives us. So while that's running, and be sure not to close this tab because you will lose this work, go ahead and we'll go back to RankIQ, because the other thing that we will do, of course, is we will take a look at the title analysis. We may use ChatGPT to nail this like we've done in the past and see if we can nail this title grade to get an A and get the characters here between 47 and 53, where RankIQ is telling us that performs best. And we have this competition. Of course, we can use this competition. This competition that RankIQ has done, we can verify that inside of ChatGPT as well. But typically what I like to do with the Koala post is just take this information that we have right here, the content analysis, take it and put it into Koala so it'll generate the outline like you see here. And of course, there is no conclusion. So what we'll do is we'll just add a conclusion. And did I spell conclusion correctly? I think so. So we'll add that section. Then what I want to do here is I want to edit this, because you can add extra section prompt here. And you can also add more keywords, entities, and topics that you want to cover inside your conclusion. So I'll add this extra section prompt. And I'm going to take our conclusion extra section prompt here. I'm just going to copy this part. Be sure to entice the reader to keep reading and exploring, just to see what we get, or to make sure that Koala understands that I want to make sure that the goal of the conclusion is to wrap it up and to make sure to keep them reading on to the next section. And of course, we'll probably add like an internal link in there. We've done that in the past. It's worked pretty well with ChatGPT. So we'll go ahead and save that. And then we'll go ahead and click write article. And we see here how many suns are in the universe, quick astrophysics facts. Then we'll go back and we'll take that title that it generated and we'll pop that inside of our title grader, and we'll see what we got. And we got an A+ and we got pretty good. So we'll just go ahead and go with that. I don't see a whole lot of reason to keep trying to use those. You can see how many in Sun's universe. Check, 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 check. That's the top 5 keywords or the topics that Google likes and titles. The title analysis, again, this is provided inside of RankIQ, which is nothing to do with AI. This is a separate application, a separate program where they do the research for these keywords and they provide you this information. And then we take this content analysis that RankIQ is providing us and we feed it into the AI. In this case, inside of Koala, so it can write this article for us. And on the back end of Koala, it's using GPT. It just has a little of its own magic inside of what it can do, the way it structures the outline, the way it structures the content, and then the way it can provide these links that you see right here as it does its research and it's providing those outbound links. And then we can go through and then we can make sure those references are good, make sure it makes sense, take a look at the conclusion and the key takeaways and everything that's putting together for us. As you can see, the word count going up. And you can see here, you can actually watch it write. And then once that writes, we'll copy that, we'll add it over into our GrooveBlog, and we'll add it to our GrooveBlog tracker, green all that up, and make sure that we're tracking along to get to 100 posts indexed and ranked by day 100. So we'll get back into creating content now that we have our Koala credits back, and we'll also do some more analysis like what we've done here and also get that ticket into Groove support to see what they say, because this case study is about GrooveBlog just because I have it and just because I wanted to see what it can do, what it does. And also I heard some people saying or asking, could you rank content using GrooveBlog? And I don't really see an issue with that. You know, we've indexed, we've ranked content, but we're also looking, when we break it down and we look at the analysis, look at some of the tools, we do have issues that we can't fix like we do over in WordPress, which is easily just slap a plugin in there. Of course, that can be problematic as well, just always trying to add a plugin, but it is possible in WordPress. It is the things that people do. And WordPress obviously is the #1 blogging platform on the internet for that reason. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you're doing, what you want to see next. Give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the series. If you're enjoying this case study, I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next update.